So Luke and I have many Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander mates around the country and around the world. And we think it's really important that when you go to somebody's house, you say, thanks for having us. So Luke and I would like to say thank you to the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung and Bunurong peoples of the southeastern Kulin Nation, the land on which this podcast is recorded on. We pay our respect to their elders, past and present, and we extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here listening, past and present.
Always was, always will be
Aboriginal land.
Don't film me!
You are ridiculous.
Don't do that either!
Look at you.
I'm sick of you!
You're a nutcase.
Is that real?
You look really cute right now.
I don't care, Luke!
I'm gonna start gaslighting you.
What? I am done with you!
What goes through your head?
You! I hate you. You don't make me mad, Luke. You infuriate me as a human being.
Are you recording? Can I pick my nose?
Luke!
I'm Sassy.
Sassy. Scott.
It's been a long time
It's been so long.
since we've been on, do you call it the airwaves?
What do you mean?
Like-
Podcasting airwaves?
Yeah, is that what you could refer
No
to it
one
as?
said that.
Well, this is season 2 because you and I took a break.
We needed a break.
No, we needed a break because we went on the Amazing Race.
And then I just extended it.
Yeah, Luke's a lazy prick, which is not new news to anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, we were like, we'll be gone for either a week or 5 weeks.
I
but
thought
it's been
3 weeks max. And then the Amazing Race obviously happened, and we can't talk about that until we can talk about it.
Yeah, lawyers, they're hard work.
And then we so much time went past and you were very lazy and I was like, Luke, we need to start considering what a season 2 looks like. Mm-hmm. And we
built a podcast studio.
in your room.
In my new house.
Luke bought a house.
Look, a boy got a house,
Hang
everyone.
on, it's not a house, it's an apartment.
Oh, fuck
Or a
off.
unit. What is it?
An apartment. Do you know the difference between a unit
No,
and an
tell me,
apartment?
please, educate me.
I don't know either. No, a unit's like a little house.
So think of, the Bronx?
This isn't the Bronx.
Okay. It's a
But
lovely
the
area.
Bronx is lovely if that's where you live.
I hooked up with someone in the Bronx. You know, I've got
No,
a
you
great
didn't.
story about this.
Scott, you haven't been to the Bronx.
The most fascinating thing about our studio is, though, we always wanted to, sit on a chair. And we couldn't do that previously, right? Oh, well, we could. We sat on, desk chairs. But we wanted, a couch type of environment. And we came up with this idea of what the ultimate set, like podcast room would look like.
Yeah.
And it was like our house.
Yes.
And our mum, round of a fucking applause,
This is wild, actually.
Des O'Halloran, hang on, she'll end up on one of those shows. What are those people called that keep
Hoarders.
shit? She's a hoarder. But for the first time ever, this hoarder kept every single thing from our childhood, from our first house phone.
And everyone could probably see it now
our
because
first Game Boy.
Scott, what's with the podcast now?
Well, now you can not just listen to us, you can watch full episodes on Spotify and YouTube.
And you know what the best thing is that we're doing it from here now?
My outfits.
No, I don't have to move the car every hour or two.
That was the fucking worst.
I have a garage.
Yeah, but hang on. Oh, by the way, I'm just doing this as a community service announcement. I'm going to punch the shit out of the man that's working on the road down in the corner of your house.
Why?
He's an arrogant fucking prick. I know
Oh,
this is
did
our
you just
first
park in the
tangent for
middle of the
episode
road
1.
again?
No, he's like, how long are you going to be there for, mate? I said, good morning. And he was like, and I said, why do you need to know? And he goes, I've got trucks coming in and out all day. And I said, well, I guess you should have had some orange cone today. He goes, He leant against his car, sparked up a ciggy, and I took my time, and he had a truck coming in, reversing in.
So your car's going to be keyed.
Well, then I know who it is. It's that Shane bloke down on the corner in the high vis. But in the whole time that we had off, we deserved it. I got to spend time with Bobby Beckett and Obed Oliver and Marcus, reconnect with myself. But something really big happened, and it wasn't just the Amazing Race. It wasn't you just buying a house.
This was awful.
The worst day of Luke's fucking life.
And the amount of times you've spoken about it since
Well,
it
because I
happened.
have a fucking therapist, so I go and I dealt with it the day that it happened.
You had to speak to your therapist about it?
About
You didn't-
your energy I had to
'cause
talk
you-
to them about.
Do you know how bad this is? And you didn't even care about it.
No, because some really big people were looking after it for us. But go, have your trauma dump, and then we get to move on.
So we got scammed. We got hacked into our Meta and Facebook because of Scott, because of your stupidity. That's what I'm putting it down to.
It
I
had
never
the-
spoke about this, but it's definitely you. You're
Go,
the
the
reason.
floor's yours. You got 5 fucking
right.
minutes.
So Scott was so excited to be a guest on a podcast. I can't remember what one. Mel Robbins?
It wasn't Mel Robbins, but I wish it was, but she's as big as Mel Robbins.
Yeah. So management, everyone was involved, right? This is, however, I did put a lot of blame onto you just then. But
Yeah.
our management, everyone, and this was going on for about 3 months, right?
So
3
we
months?
got a request to go on a podcast.
Yes.
Big deal podcast, American, and this person had really, really big, prolific fucking artists on
Let's
their
just
show.
say, like, the week before was Michelle Obama. Why the hell would they have us the next week, though?
Because I'm Sassy Scott. So that's why we weren't surprised. And they reached out to management, and there was lots of back and forth in our meetings. I was like, find out the questions that they're going to ask us. And they sent through all the questions, production schedules, all of it through to us.
Yeah.
It was ongoing, though, for a while, right? Finding dates to work.
Yeah, and because they're from America, I'm not a morning person, so they were pushing dates forward like 6 a.m. our time.
Time zones came into play.
So it comes to the day, 6 a.m. Some random, Wednesday.
Yep.
We rock up on the laptop.
For our pre-production meeting.
Yeah.
It wasn't so for everyone just to know, like, before you jump on a big podcast or an interview, you usually have like a pre-interview where you iron out any tech issues.
Yeah.
You got to check that your Wi-Fi's right.
Their
microphone.
team is pretty much making sure we can even speak properly.
Correct.
Like they sometimes would go, nah, they were shit. Let's just get rid of them.
Yeah, that looks very awkward.
Yes.
Can we just do the interview with his brother Scott? Things like that sometimes come up. And because we're a duo, I have to go, no, Luke has to come along. You know that's what Mum's always made me do. Britt, take Luke to the party, Scott. Go, it's the worst day of your
I'm
life.
just saying if you could do it by yourself. It seems like you can't.
Easy.
Look, you need me to come in now. So we jump on this call and they're just...
I think you should tell everyone what happened earlier in your day.
It was my day from hell.
Yeah, and it
So
comes in
first I wake
threes.
up at 6 a.m. For whatever reason at my new house, there's no hot water. So I'm just standing at the shower for about 5 minutes and it's freezing cold.
And turns out this useless cunt just didn't turn your pilot light on or call the gas company to
the
connect
whole
you.
apartment. Someone from the street has gone and there's an off-on button near the hot water. And that's all it was. This switch was there to off.
So you didn't go and check.
I don't even know where my hot water is here.
You don't even clean your fucking bathroom sink or your toilet. That's what I've noticed today, and that's going to change.
You can shut up. Where was I before I was rudely interrupted,
You had
Scott?
no gas on the worst day of your life, no hot water.
So no hot water. I jump on this call. You're happy because you're like, oh, people want me on a podcast. And I'm miserable because it's now 6:15 a.m. and I've had a cold shower. And this guy isn't even, he's got like a blank screen of like podcast studio. So we can't even see this guy from America. And he starts talking to us saying, hey, we do a live podcast through Facebook.
And I thought this was fascinating.
Yeah, so Scott's there going, wow. And
No,
I'm like,
so to be clear, he said during the interview there's a live component and the listeners get to actually watch the interview and there's an interaction Q&A part where the host asks questions for us and they get sent through and it's done on Facebook. And I'm like, fuck me, the Americans are good. And she's like, and it's monetized. Oh, this guy's like, it's monetized. I'm like, this is groundbreaking. And I said to our management, don't worry about jumping on the call. It's 6 a.m. No one wants to fucking be up at that time having meetings. Luke and I are fine to do it, right?
And then he's like, I assume you've got it all set up on your Facebook for you to go live. And we're like, we've never gone live on Facebook before. And he's like, oh, you might not have it set up properly.
Yep.
So Scott's like, share your screen. Share your screen, Luke.
No, I fucking did not, you lying.
Share your screen.
No, you're a lying piece of shit.
You shut up.
He said, can you share screen and I'll talk you through it.
And Scott said, why aren't you sharing your screen, Luke?
You're a lying piece of shit. You then started sharing your screen, and this guy still had his sixth sense and going on about him. And when the guy said to you, I've sent you an email, can you go click on the link?
Yeah, that part. But the first part, you're saying share your screen.
I said to you what?
Stop sharing your screen when you're in your emails.
Is.
Yeah, but that's part B. We're at part A still, Scott. So I'm sharing my screen. An email link has been sent to me. Then I go back to the other screen for Facebook where I'm sharing again, and he gets the link. And we think nothing of it. He's like, this now takes 12 hours to 24 hours to all kick in.
To like reconfigure.
So
and he's like, we'll jump on it.
We'll pick it up again tomorrow. And we were like, perfect.
I'm like, sounds great. I'm like, you are so helpful. This is the best pre-production meeting I've ever had. And then I called management and I'm like, outstanding. America podcasts are doing live streaming components on Facebook and it's monetized.
However, 5 minutes ago, I also get a text message saying, hey, this is the cleaners for your North Melbourne property. We're nearly there, which I've forgotten about.
So it's like, I think in this season, we're going to really get down to the nuts and the bolts of where you and I sit on spectrums. They're obviously opposite or different spectrums, but one is can only focus and do one thing at a time. That's you, Luke.
This day I did a lot of things. Let me finish. Let me finish.
It was a
So I had no
clusterfuck.
hot water. Some weird things happening at 6 a.m. with a weird phone call with some American. I get to my old house. I then get a flat tire. I then have to go to Bob Jane's and put a new tire on, right? So I'm like, what else can go bad? So then management call. I get a call from Gab and
What the
she's
fuck
like,
is that noise?
is that my washing machine?
Is it?
Hold on. What is that noise?
Okay, this is why people have proper podcast studios. Okay, they're going to have to fix that in the edit.
That's really loud.
How long's that going to happen for?
Well, I don't know what
It's
it
that
is.
fucking cunt out on the street, I bet you, that was being a smartass before he's cutting up the road.
He's not cutting up the road. He's cutting up your car.
Not me.
Oh, so then Gab, she calls, right?
Gab's our manager.
Yeah. And she's like, guys, I've looked into it. I've just jumped off a call with Meta HQ, like who owns Instagram and Facebook. And she has said that it's a scam.
They think that we've been scammed based on the steps that we had to undertake with the screen sharing for the pre-production meeting. It came up in a meeting with our management and Meta were like, this sounds like a really bad scam.
And she's like, can they have approval to get into the back end of your account? I'm freaking now.
And
Can I just make it clear? This is my worst fear. I've been hacked early on in when we first started our accounts, and it is something that just stays with me forever.
Luke's like an
flat.
old nun with a cane over my knuckles when he's like, you don't tap on links that anyone sends you. Like, he is so scared of us being hacked and our accounts taken over. And it's why I don't have any, or one of the reasons why I don't have any access to any of our main accounts.
So it's my worst fear is here. And sure enough, we have been hacked. Meta is now like, we've got people from everywhere, all over the world are in your account. You've got a short period of time.
Yeah, there's a
before stuff
window
happens.
before they remove all access
Yep.
from our account. Like, they remove us, so we have no more access.
But we found out as well, they said what will happen is that your followers will start to go down. They transfer them to another account and then they start posting and get all of your followers to start clicking on links so they can steal their bank details.
Which I think's amazing. Like, the quality of this scam was incredible. Like, hats off to Robert, or whatever his name was that we had that meeting with. Like, the quality of the scam went over months. Like, he actually wrote questions that we were going to be asked in this podcast interview. Like,
But-
hats off to him.
But what happened? Meta got in, they changed all their accounts.
And what I want to be really clear with is Luke was in the fucking corner of his room, like, shaking, so much so that our manager, Gab, called me 3 days later. She's like, still not taking calls. I'm like, I know. Like,
Yeah, I said no one called me for a week.
yeah, we know Luke. And it was weird. And we're like,
It's not weird.
literally Meta were fixing it for us. And I'm like, move on. Like, the biggest, best people in
I
the
want to
world.
put this into perspective for you, right? This is the equivalent of child services coming and taking your kids away. That's how it felt for me. See? And imagine if I'm like, Scott, get over it. You can have other kids.
Oh
No.
my goodness, that's really funny. What?
That noise is getting worse.
That's above us. It's like a chainsaw's about to fucking come down on me. What the fuck?
I reckon it's in the house.
Stop!
Scott, you know what's great about choosing to fly Jetstar? It means spending less on your flights so that you have more money left to spend on things like meals, activities, shopping, or whatever you like at your destination.
Well, I order room service everywhere I go, and I'm always scared of the bill, but I'm obsessed with spag bowl, vanilla ice cream, and chocolate topping. And if I stay for 3 nights, that's at least 12 spaghetti bologneses for me.
Yeah, and you put about 12 of them on my room. The amount of times I check out and they're like, oh, but the vanilla ice cream you had Tuesday night?
Yeah,
You're
but
ridiculous.
That's why I fly Jetstar, so we can save more money on the flights, which means having more money for room service, Luke, and you not doing my head in. So you can too. Go to jetstar.com so you have more money on your trip. Luke, you know there's only one podcast in the world that I listen to.
Oh, Tony and Ryan.
No!
Oh, whose?
I only listen to our podcast. I've never listened to any other podcast.
Oh.
And a few episodes ago, remember we were talking about my funeral.
Yes. I can't wait.
For me to die.
Oh, just your funeral. It sounded like it was going to be fun.
So, exactly right. And you know what really got me thinking about it? I was at a mate's dad's funeral recently.
Oh, that's right. You're thinking about yourself and your own funeral.
Yes!
When you're trying to say goodbye to someone else.
Oh, I said goodbye. He
Now,
was a
how does
happy
that
man.
sound, Scott?
Absolutely fine to me.
Okay, go.
And I realised, looking around me, everyone was so sad. And there was
They must have liked him.
There was this deep depression in the church. And I was like, the whole time, I would look around at Marcus, who was sad, and I was like smiling at him, and I had to whisper. I whispered in his ear, I'm producing my own funeral at the moment. And he was like, what? Not now. And it was quite exciting for me. It was empowering because I was like seeing everything that I don't want to happen at my funeral.
Maybe listeners can invite you to funerals
So what-
so you can go look at some more if they're bad.
Good note!
You
Because
should go to a few.
we're going to make this a thing.
Yes.
You know, I said it. I have FOMO. I'm now seeing what I want in my funeral and what I don't want. This is going to be a fucking event. I'm going to actually have my funeral, me alive. Listeners can come to it. We'll fucking live stream it for anyone in Idaho or fucking bumfuckville. Everyone and anyone is welcome to my funeral.
See, I was going along with your delusion, like in that last episode, thinking it wasn't going to go ahead, but it's going to happen.
This is like going to be our end of year party.
We need
Fuck
it.
Christmas, it's going to be Scott's funeral.
Well, there needs to be a few things then. You
What?
can't speak at your funeral because you're dead.
No, what?
So we're going to have to put tape around your mouth.
Well, what do I do? Well, I did
Well,
know
you're
last
dead.
time. Well, I'm in the coffin. I will, and we're going to need a coffin sponsor.
Who does that? We could just get a chippy to make one.
No, I want a proper
Someone might
fucking
wanna make us a
No, I want
coffin.
like Carl Williams. I want gold-plated fucking funeral.
And there's something else then as well.
What?
I have to do the eulogy.
No, fuck that. No.
Well, then I'm not doing it. I'm
Well,
not part
who
of
would
it.
do? Hang on.
Who would do
my
your eulogy?
Auntie Sharon.
No.
She'd do a much better one.
She can
than
do
you.
a prayer of the faithful.
So funny that you say that, right? As I'm in the funeral the other day, I'm like, hang on, you know what? At mine, I'm going to have like a fucking side table, and on it, I'm going to have the Quran, the Holy Bible, the Torah, or the Greek Orthodox, whatever their Bible is. I'm going to just stack them all up just in case, like,
What, so every god knows to
one
say
of their
no?
heavens is real, that I'm acknowledging them at my funeral. So I'll have all of the Bibles, fucking everything in the corner just in case. Spanky Jackson, I messaged her. Spanky Jackson won RuPaul Down Under.
Yeah.
You know Spanky.
Yeah, I know
And I
Spanky.
said, I want you to do it, please. Like, and you have to dress up as a Catholic priest. And she's like, I am fucking in. This is going to be on.
Do you reckon people will be sad?
We're going to...
Because I've accepted your, like, being dead for a while.
I want reels of my lip syncs playing.
Will people be sad? Because the amount of times we go on trips together and like, because I usually wake up before you and I try to get onto you going, hey Scott, we got to go to Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary. And then you're not answering my call. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to be dead in the hotel room.
But why do you... Let's just do that.
Because straight away, I'm like, you should have your phone on loud next to you, getting ready to go.
But why would you think I'm dead?
I just go straight there every time. And the worst ones is
There
when
was
we're
that one in
international.
LA. There was that LA one.
Yeah, even happened in Tokyo just not long ago as well. Where I'm like, what do I do if there's a dead body of Scott there? Do I call family first or do I call an ambulance? Or I wouldn't know what to do if you're dead. The hotel?
There's nothing you can do if someone's dead.
Yeah, but I
This is
can't
what's
leave your
wrong.
body there.
No,
The
but this is
family
what's
will be
wrong
like,
with you
"Bring-"
guys as a culture. When someone's dead, they're gone. Go, what a great life they had. How amazing.
I don't care for that. I care for the logistics of getting your body back.
Trust me, you wouldn't be able to organise it. So just call Marcus and then you go and do your thing. But,
I can't wait for you not to talk at your funeral.
okay, that's funny.
Yeah.
So, okay, but I'll need a gaffer tape because, of course, I'll be
But there
like,
needs to be
shut up!
consequences for when you talk.
Like what?
I can't think of it right now.
Okay, well, we're going to come back to it. We're going to need help. Like, I want not just a funeral director. I want, like, one of the biggest event producers. Like, the person who produces Mardi Gras in Sydney. That person, I want them, if they would listen, or if you know who they are, or you know someone that can throw a fucking good party.
No, so what are we asking for right now?
Get in contact on the Luke and Sassy Scott podcast because they're going to help produce my
We don't
funeral.
even know what they could offer. So if you think you can pitch it to us, right?
Sponsors. We're going to need a coffin sponsor. We're going to need, obviously, dancers. A venue. Where's it going to be held?
Do you want it at a church? You
No!
just the backyard of someone's house.
We need a big
A
backyard.
beach.
No,
No, you
because
don't like the
weather.
beach.
No, fuck that noise. Okay, we need a venue. We need a person to help pull it together. We obviously need a coffin sponsor. We need a good DJ. We've got Spanky Jackson on board. I want some hot go-go dancers. A tequila sponsor.
You know what? The Veronicas, they're singing Untouched.
They are!
Because you don't feel touched because you're dead now.
Feel so untouched. And
Yeah.
I want you so much. Well, but
Is it a good funeral song?
And the song is As I'm Coming Out.
Yeah.
Simply the best, and that's what I want on cue. Everyone to cry and go.
I could
"He
change
was."
the songs on the
was the
day and
best.
you can't talk.
No, fuck that. Absolutely not. The event producer will shut
If you
that
want
down.
me to change the songs,
But
let
so,
me know.
all in all, what I truly realized in the funeral the other week was I want everyone to walk away from my funeral and say, that was the best funeral I've ever been to in my life. And I don't
Do you know what the worst part will be for everyone?
What?
They'll wake up the next day and realise you're actually still around.
Oh, shut up, Luke. Get over yourself, you morbid fuck. Trust me, it'll be a sold-out event, and it's going to be the best funeral that you have ever attended, and that you will ever attend in your whole entire life.
Will there be Holy Communion?
Just in case, yes. We'll break the bread, just in case I'll make Jesus Israel. And I'm like, see, mate, I broke bread once for you. This is great. Okay, if you are an event producer, if you own a venue, if you have a tequila brand,
If you just want to see Scott dead.
no, if you want to come to my funeral, go let us know at the Luke and Sassy Scott podcast page on Instagram, and I'll see you. We're going to do it by the end of the year. This is going to be like bigger than fucking Christmas.
Luke.
And
Sassy?
Sassy.
Sassy.
Scott.
Scott, I don't know what comes up on your TikToks. Let me say some weird stuff, probably.
No, tornadoes, we know this, tornado talk. Frogs every now and then.
Frogs.
Sometimes I'm getting parent stuff and just hot guys, but my problem with the hot guys
So
is
I'm
I
going
don't
to
want
bring
them
it
to
back.
talk.
It's not about you here right now, but what comes up on mine, people posting a photo, surely you've seen these, and it's like, hey, tell me a time when, make me laugh, I'm bored, blah, 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 blah,
The
right?
attention seekers.
And it normally has like 30,000 comments, and that is the best comment sections you'll ever come across
I'm
on
so
TikTok.
defiant with those trends though, because I'm like, they just want the attention and I'm not going to give it to them. So I don't read the comments, I don't look.
You do things for attention. All the time.
Yeah, it makes us money, you're welcome.
Thank you. So anyway, I came across one the other day, and it
said
was,
thank you.
but you're going to love this one. It's tell us a time when you've misread a social cue. And it's something that happened to them that's very awkward.
Okay, good.
So I'm going to read out a few for you.
And am I supposed to laugh? Do you want me to rate it like 0 out of 10? Do you want commentary?
Well, they're
special
funny,
commentary?
so people will see if you've got good sense of humor. If you don't laugh, then they're like, we get it. He doesn't have a sense of humor.
That's funny.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
A coworker told me their little brother looked like a mini M&M. I said, oh, really? Which colour? And after a very awkward moment, he said, no, the wrapper, not the chocolate.
Good, funny.
I saw a dog while hiking and shouted, what's your dog's name?
What?
They said Tofu. I meant to say, I'm going to come say hi, but instead I said, I'm going to come.
I don't find that funny. I find that fucking weird.
But imagine someone...
What's your dog's name?
Romeo!
What?
I'm going to come! It's like they get off on dogs' names.
Oh. Yeah, that's weird. That's awkward for them.
The principal announced would have the following Monday off school. And before hearing why, I jumped up and cheered. He continued, it was because a teacher passed away overnight and her funeral would be held that day.
That's funny.
All right, get ready for this one. I like this one.
Yay! Because of teachers going to
Yeah, and it's like, Miss Nichols is dead.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
All right. I was serving an older couple at the restaurant I work at, And instead of saying enjoy the rest of your day, for some reason I added an S and said enjoy the rest of your days. It sounded like I thought they were dying.
Yeah. Do you know what? I write to old people that are usually smartasses, like, and that are like obviously older. I write to them, you're next on God's list, not me. Calm down.
You do not.
Yes, I do. You're next on God's list, not me. Haha, your days are outnumbered more
This
than
is
mine.
why you don't have access to the main accounts.
It's why I should have fucking access to put them in their place sometimes.
Here we go.
Some boomer sliding
You're going to
in.
miss the next one and it's good.
Okay, go.
One time I destroyed a public toilet. And
What's that mean? Like, as in shat all over it?
well, if you don't ask questions that you're going to find the answer out to, Scott.
Okay, don't Wendy Ward me.
Here we go again. One time I destroyed a public toilet, and as I was walking out, I mixed up saying to the next person, I did not do that, and it smelled like that before I went in. But instead I said, I did that. It didn't smell like that before I went in. Just imagine, didn't smell like that before I went in.
Funny.
One time I was at the orthodontist and they were checking my Invisalign that it was fitted properly.
Why
and
can't
they said,
dentists do that? What's the difference?
they said, say your address. I replied, I'm address. And then they said, oh no, your address. So I said it louder, I'm address. I didn't realize till after the appointment she was saying, say your address. I saw a guy trip and fall on the sidewalk and I rushed forward to help them. I went to say, I hope you're all right. And did you get hurt? But I kneeled down, locked eyes and said, I hope you're hurt. Ready? At a hotel, once I asked the concierge for more toilet paper. He replied with, yes, and can I have your number? To which I replied, no, sorry, I have a boyfriend. He was asking for my room number.
Funny.
All right, this is great. I saw
People on the internet are funny.
They're funny.
In comments. People in comments are funny.
Comments are funnier than videos.
I can't write funny comments. This is funny.
We know. I saw a sweater in my house once and assumed it was my friend's who left it behind. I put it on and wore it all morning. Turns out it belonged to my cleaning lady who was there cleaning at the time. Could you imagine the cleaner just being like, Scott, you're wearing my jumper. What have you misread cues? I know a good one for you. My favourite thing that's ever happened to Scott, because Scott thinks you're a big deal, you think, when you go out in public.
I don't think
always
I am.
like-
It's a big deal now. Don't act like it's not. It is. Stop it.
Okay. However, someone asked you for a photo.
And Fashion Festival.
Yes.
This is my worst. The worst.
It was
What
my
is this
favourite.
called?
Like misreading social cues.
Oh my God. But I'm going to set the scene. We're fresh, I think, in the industry. We'd
Yeah.
invited some Melbourne Fashion Festival, like, opening fucking preview party or some shit. We think we're swinging our dicks around, think we're big deals, right? We walk in, Miss Universe Australia's like, oh my God, I love you guys. And that was when it started to go, oh my God. And everyone in the room, there was a lot of attention on us, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck. And then this man goes to me.
It was with
and
his partner.
So embarrassing. And we left. We left the party because of this. He's with his partner.
I
and said,
left laughing so hard.
excuse me, can we please have a photo? And I went, oh my God, of course. And I grabbed their phone and I put my arm around their shoulder and I smiled. And this guy like went, what are you doing? And I was like, what? And he goes, can you take a photo of us, please? He had no idea who I was. And I was like, oh my God, of course. And then I'm like, yep, now move over a little bit. And I had to direct. And he was like, what the fuck? He had no idea. And you're laughing.
And you're really awkward and you were dying at that stage.
Yes, it was the most embarrassing moment of my life. And I don't really get embarrassed. That was the hardest social cue
I like
experience
these.
of my
I like
life.
these segments. Do you think any of our listeners would have any funny ones?
Oh, yes!
Can you reach out to the Luke and Sassy Scott podcast and let us know if this has happened to you?
Yeah, you awkward cunts. I'm sure there's plenty in there. So go, slide into our DMs and make it quick and snappy and get to the point like these ones did. Please.
You're your family's fucked.
No, your family's fucked.
Scott, we have the same family.
Fucked up families.
We used to do sibling squabbles.
Yes.
Then we moved and opened it up to
Shithead kids.
And then we thought, you know what? Sure, you've got a sibling and you've had a fight with them. Sure, there's some shithead kids in the street. But the umbrella of it all is what we now want in this season.
Yeah, we want to include everything. More so funny things that happened in the family.
Your fucked up family, think your grandma, think your uncle, think your cousin. Now we're expanding it to everyone. Even the neighbours next door. They could be a fucked up family, but
the lighter and funnier, the better. When they're dark,
we're a comedy podcast.
Yeah.
Keep your fucking shit for therapy with your therapist, because me and Luke aren't your therapists. This is a comedy podcast.
True.
And listen, Luke tries to be funny for most of the time.
It's true.
But yeah, so listen, Mel has set one in. This should set the tone for the season for fucked up families. Let's go.
So when I was younger, me and my two brothers, we got up to a little bit of mischief sometimes. We were a bit bored one day, so I decided, let's make a cake. So before we made the cake, we went out to the backyard and collected some canine feces and baked that into the cake. And then we got really crafty and got on, you know, that Microsoft, you could make your own card, you know, made our own little special card, and we wrote, "Just for being a great neighbour." We put that together with the beautiful cake that we made and dropped it off to a neighbour's house down the street, put it on the doorstep, knocked on the door and ran off. That was fun.
that's disgusting.
Did they eat the cake?
Of course you would eat the cake. You make cookies for all your neighbours. They're going to think you're shitting in them all.
Oh my God.
That's good. That was like your proper... I could never do... What was it where you put shit on a door and ring the doorbell?
Oh, we've told this story.
Yeah,
What
no,
I
but
used to
that's
do.
like the better version of
I
that.
used to douse the paper bag in petrol to make sure that it kept burning with dog shit in it and then knock on the door.
Disgusting. But would you eat a cake that was on your door with a knife? You probably would.
You fucking would. Look at you.
I would. I wouldn't say no.
That is a fucked up family. On your Mel? She could be a cousin of ours.
See, they're the sort of ones we want. Well done, Mel. Round of applause for Mel.
Episode 1. We're done. We produced our own fucking show.
We did. Woohoo!
If you leave me hanging like this again, I'll stab you in your fucking throat with a pen. High five me!
No, Scott. But you know what they should do? They should go to all of the Luke and Sassy Scott podcast page on Instagram and share their fucked up story.
And truthfully, I want you to know we have put a lot of heart and a lot of energy into bringing this studio and this season to life. We've worn your hat as a listener. So now, as independent artists, we want you to please tell your friend, tell your neighbour, tell your auntie, tell your fucked up cousin, tell those neighbours down the road that you bake a cake for with shit in it to listen to the Luke and Sassy Scott podcast. You can watch it on Spotify and YouTube. Episode 1, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Bye, bitch. I can say that now because there's no HR in the building.
Get out of my house.
Luke and
Sassy.
Scott.
Flying Jetstar means you can customize your trip as much or as little as you like to suit your budget. Want to up your kgs? Sure. Want to take off with just your laptop? Go for it. Jetstar starts with the lowest fare that gets you there. You choose the rest.
Scott, you need the maximum allowed baggage every time. You carry so much crap with you when you travel.
I need options, Luke.
No. For me, if I see that the airline automatically includes 30 kilos, I'm like, I don't need that much. I'd rather just pay for what I'm taking, which is 2 t-shirts and a pair of shorts. At least Jetstar aren't going to charge me for people like you who are carrying 50,000 things.
Well, good for you, Luke. Take your one shirt. That's exactly why you should fly Jetstar. Go to jetstar.com to book your next trip.